Hi, I'm Bill Butler. Today I will be roasting bonsai trees. These trees were submitted to me over on BonsaiNut.com. I think it's just the best bulletin board out there. The structure, the number of forums, and the number of people. I think if you want to expand your exposure to more species and care for these species and styling, you should get on over there. But in this case, I asked people to allow me to take a look at some of their trees and say some of the things that are on your mind, but you just don't want to say. So let's see if I can say them today. On the screen right now, we have a bonsai tree, but I'm saying that a little loosely because this is, in fact, several bonsai trees. Let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Might be another one in the back there somewhere, 9. It's like looking through a fractured lens that, let's see, that, you know, remember Dopey in, go away you. Remember Dopey in the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and he puts the diamonds up to his eyes, and his eyes are saying, you know, multiple facets. So it's kind of like looking through a multifaceted lens that replicated the tree over and over again. And as we're looking through that gemstone, we're seeing all these crazy bonsai trees. Bring it down to one. One of the reasons this happens is because you've left the branches out so long, and until you look at this. We're going to take a long journey before we get to any foliage whatsoever. Why are you doing that? Why don't you start working on the tree when it's still the tree? Now you've got this explosion of multiple trees. Dude, get your act together. Come on. Look at this. Look at this. Such long lines on that. Nope. We're gonna move on from there. Let's take a look at this next one. I'm not a black pine expert. I would never assume to be a black pine expert, but well, number one, you know, let's get rid of that pot. You do not want that pot. No, it's got a light glaze to it. Dude, come on. Okay, now look at this thing. Look at the trunk. We're gonna get in close on that. Okay, I, again, don't know black pines, but is this tree pregnant? Has it been out on the town and making poor decisions? You know. So this is a pregnant tree. That is a horrible drawing, but that's a pregnant tree. Go ahead and roast my drawings. Also, I'm drawing right on the images. I'll fix how I do this, hopefully in another video, if you guys haven't canceled me yet. What is going on with the difference between the barks below this line right here? What happened? Is that a graft? If that's a graft, no. Didn't your mama tell you, never use a grafted bottom on any of your trees? If you graft the trunk, it's got to be below the soil line. Your mama raised you better than this. Let's get out of this tree. It makes me want to call my mama and tell her I'm sorry. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Here we go. What is going on here? Oh my God. Okay. Forests are supposed to be an orchestra, a dance. We're supposed to look at a progression of trees over time. This looks like Panic. Yes, I'm gonna call this one Panic at the Disco. Stop doing that. I'm not talking to you. Okay, so we got trees with crazy wild forms in here. Whew, dude, pick a motion, you know? Holy cow, your trees shouldn't look like they're trying to escape your design. Did you torture them? Are these bald cypress? Those are my favorite. Why are you doing this to me? If there was a cut right there, I just said something I shouldn't have said. But look, no, this is wrong. Also, if you want good stones to look good, you're going to have to get that to look a little more weathered. I carve stones, and I don't like these big chips. You want it to look miniature. This looks like a small stone with a whole bunch of trees just plopped on it. Oh, is that what you did? Did you stick this? Hold on, I know what you did to make this forest. Did you get a rock and hold it under a cow? Yeah, you held it under a cow. That's how you did it. No, muck. Muck is clay. It's clay. You need something to allow it to hold water, like coconut coir or peat moss. And then you want something that's going to reinforce it throughout. You can either use long grain sphagnum moss, or I've done it a couple times. Not great, but you can even use Spanish moss if you boil it first, because you need to kill all the pathogens. No, do not. No. Don't hold your stones under a cow and expect to get a good... what happened here? Ooh. Did the rock explode? Did this you drilled a hole into a rock and you filled it with black powder, and boom! And we ended up with little fireworks everywhere. Pew 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 pew. No. And again, the tree forms. Boy, I'd put a lot of marks on that. The tree forms. Look at this. It's supposed to be an orchestrated movement. It's not supposed to be a rave. Oh, yes. I like this one. My Uncle Harold had a farm. He kept horses. Yeah. Yes, I'm going to call this one Stallion Design. Whew. Yeah. But we're going to move on from this one. No, we're not. We're not moving on from this one. Here's Stallion Design in a pot. Hold up. What are you doing here? No. Let's get back to that previous one. You can't see it here. This looks like you've got some sort of base starting to happen, but then nothing. Oof. Do I have another one? I got another one. I've got another one in here. Trees here. No base. Shunk, right into the soil. Let's take a look at this one. Yeah. Finger root. No. You're look at this. You're supposed to go out. Or da-dum, 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 da-da-da-dum. And this is me drawing lines to illustrate roots coming out from the base. But when you look at it, all of this is, you can't see the soil. It's not see-through in the design. But look what you did here. Look. And then you got this thing that comes out to the side, and then there's a gap underneath it. No. No, no. Do you have like little miniature squirrels and they're going to run around the tree and sometimes they'll run under the roots? No, that's not happening. No, moving on, moving on. What do we got here? Let's see. Oh, is this Stallion? Is this Stallion? And you did this to it? No. Okay, what's going to happen is you're going to get a tree and you're going to cut off the top on a bald cypress and you're going to see all of this growth here. Let's do green for growth. You're going to see all of this growth coming out of the top, okay? You know, I see just those two, but you know, you'll see many things coming out at the cut point, and you don't want that. What you want to do is select one, and I'm going to show you why. Go ahead, put movement in there. We're not going to address your crazy movement in there because we're going to get rid of this branch right here, or you get rid of this branch right here. Make a choice and see which ones you want to get rid of. Yes, go away. Ugh. Is this a separate photo? This is a separate photo. Yeah, here we are. Back to this. What happened is the tree is growing straight up. Let's see if I can, let's get a new layer, and we're going to turn off the vision on that layer. What you don't want to happen is you've got your tree, stop that. Go away. You got your tree, it grows up nice and straight, right? Okay. And then you come along and you cut it, okay? Then the tree wants to put out new growth. I know you can't see it on that checker background, but there you go. Maybe if I come all the way down here, now we've got a background I can work with. So your tree comes along and it's growing. So you've got all these branches, other things are happening down at the bottom. We don't care about that. Then you come along and you're going to figure out which one of these you want to keep. And what you did was you selected two of them, both of them opposite each other, and that creates a symmetry line, like right about there. Okay, I know I'm doing this freehand. So you've got this symmetry line. You don't want that. You don't want symmetry. What you want to have is, you want that, this is the first leaning branch off to the side here. This branch comes up and it leans off to the side. Fine. You're going to build your flat top, your main flat top area off of that, but then the next branch, this is not me gatekeeping. You want to do it that way, do it that way. I'm pointing out where symmetry might get introduced into your tree. And as a rule in bonsai, the human eye doesn't want to see symmetry in a tree. Yeah, I said it. Okay, so you want a branch. See, this line is that's the bend line. That's where the bend begins, the commencement of the curve. You want this lower pad because you wanted think of it as kind of like a triangle area here. You wanted this one, and then maybe you want something coming out down here, okay? Maybe behind it, a lower pad. And that comes in here. Or you can even have a lower pad with a branch that comes in over here, and then you've got this secondary, boy, I can't draw for nothing. Then you've got this secondary pad over here. but you want it to happen either above this line or below this line. One of those points. And what you did was you've created a slingshot. And my recommendation is that what you should have done was carve it here. You should have carved it there and eliminated that branch. And then you can come up into this direction and grow the branch out. And this was supposed to be a roast video, so I'm supposed to say something funny? Okay, fine. My recommendation for the tree, you get yourself a rubber band, you tie it here, you tie it over here, and then you put a little pouch in the middle, get yourself some rocks, and go to war. Just, all right? Moving on. Let's, oh, look at this. Look at this. Look how pretty. You know, I love it when I see all this new growth coming out. And that's fine, but you've got a healthy tree here. You've got a tree that is growing fine, and you've trimmed off the previous year's branches, and you end up with each one of these little buggers is going to be its own branch. That'll be a branch. There's one in the back there somewhere. Branch. And when I zoom out, you've got all these new branches coming in. You're going to end up with scars on top of scars on top of scars. If you want a tree to look old, don't give it teenage acne. Moving on. Yep. Oh, no. Don't do that. Don't. Okay, you don't see it. I see it. Don't let that happen. You got those branches. Look at this guy. You're killing me, Smalls. No, you got to get rid of that. You don't want these branches up in the... Oof. But of course, you didn't get my advice telling you to shave that off. But even still, that's just getting worse. Your wiring? Yeah. Okay, here we have, God, what is this? Is it like a silent disco? I mean, it is, what happened? Look, if you want to put a funky bend into a tree, what you need to do, and make sure I'm on the right layer here, is take that tree and put it in its own little bonsai pot. This and this, if we go back to here, are the trees doing the bump? No, you don't. Put on a little funky music here. No. Oh man, you're killing me, Smalls. And is this just the same? Okay, I've got an idea on how to improve this. We're going to call this one Rave style. And what do we need for a good rave? We need glow sticks. We need little glow sticks here. Let's put some over here. Look at them. They're dancing in the rave. Let's get some. Let's get a nice. Ooh, that'd be a nice color for a rave. Right there. Look at that. There. Your design is now improved. There's your forest. We're going to call it Rave style because you've just got so much action going on there. It's not the same amount of action as you had way back when I was looking at that. That was panic. That's an explosion. That's when the cops come to the party. That's what happened. Okay, cops came to the party and chased everybody out, but we're gonna put some glow sticks on that one and make that one look a lot better. Let's move on. We're gonna call this one, this is a femina juniper. Is that what that is? It looks like a femina juniper. Oh, if you could make that a lot smaller, I could clean my ears out with this thing. What are you doing? And what is with, let's get a reasonable color back on there. What is going on here? What did you do there? I mean, is it, you tell, is this a crossing guard? No. I'm all for keeping old bark on the tree, but you've got to trim off some of this. You give this guy a shave. Oh, okay, yeah. I've seen this before. And then my girlfriend ran into the bathroom and said she needed to shave her legs. Up here, let's see, we've got, well, you're trying to do something up there, that's for sure. But you're not doing anything down here. A femina juniper is not a bald cypress. Dude, let's move on. What? Okay, look, you see how I'm drawing? You see how when I try to draw freehand, I get squiggly lines? You've already got them. If you're gonna have guy wires, okay, two things, dude. I mean, do you want wire scars? Because this is how you get wire scars. You need to put something underneath the wires. Did you tie a bow? Did you tie a cute little bow? Oh, darling. No. Oh, I realize your hair. We're gonna call this one fork in the light socket style. Oh, you poor dear. And then you put little bows on it and you want to fix your hair. But back to the wiring. If you're going to wire, you're going to want to put something underneath the wire. Okay, and it's going to stick out on both sides there. Get yourself a bike inner tube or something, and because this is just going to cut way down right into the bark, and you're not going to be happy with that. Let's get some tension on these wires. Bottom or top? I don't know. I've got some other things to say about this. This tree looks a lot like I was in 10th grade and my hair was changing. I started to get a little peach fuzz mustache right up here. Man, I was looking like a man, you know. And my hair went from this nice wavy thing to this Brillo pad, and I was brushing and brushing and brushing. It was just, That's this tree. I'm gonna call this one Bill's Puberty. Let's move to another tree, and we're going to, oh no, aw. Were they in a fight? Are they getting a divorce? Is that what's happening? Is this divorce style? Oh, tell the seedlings mommy and daddy didn't break up because of them. Trees should be a similar style. but not trying to get away from each other. And look at these fat branches up top. No, it's a divorce. It is. Okay, as promised, we're gonna look at a couple of my trees, and talking about trees wanting to get out of a pot. And this tree in the greenhouse was trying to get out. These were long roots, and I just decided to just smash them into the pot. I've let everything get long and leggy up here. I have no sense of style, no sense of design, and that's why this tree is going to be going to Corpus Christi in September, and maybe I can get it. No, I'm gonna have professionals look into this. This tree needs a professional, not an idiot. And this tree, that's a bullet. It's coming out from the other side. I got behind this tree and I decided to shoot it. And then I was a coward. This is a coward's tree. That's what I'm gonna call this one. I'm gonna call this tree Coward. 2 reasons. 1, I shot it in the back. I said, this is the front, and the back must be over there somewhere, and that's where I was with a 9mm hollow point. 2 clips and grow method. This is called Coward, but it's also called Coward because the tree wasn't coming back as quickly as I thought it should, and I got scared, and I wanted to try and conserve energy, and I cut it to there when it should have been cut possibly way up there, because this tree grows. Look at this. It's a stump. I've got a lot of dead growth in the front. If I want to do something, I got to figure out a way to make this tree taller, not like that. Yay! All right, hold on. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There were more than a dozen trees that I grafted to a bald cypress stump. I knew the stump was going to rot away over time. And this is a mutant. I don't know if it's it. Look at the crossing roots. It's like, if you're gonna do something that's gonna take you 10, 15 years to do something, why are you ignoring where the roots are going? What an idiot. I mean, they're all growing over each other. I don't think this is, oh, what have you got over here? I got a crutch. That branch was hanging low, and I decided to just go ahead and prop it up. Look at this idiot. I've got roots growing beyond the pot. I've got this ginormous branch. This tree weighs about 60, 70 pounds. That is not going to Corpus Christi. And here it is defoliated. And there you go, you idiot. Look at this, wire scars. Scar. Ugh. See them? You see them scars? Look at the scars! Yeah. Scars. All right, let's move on to the next one. Ah, this is the last one. Yeah, okay. This is a tree that was selected only for its deadwood, and I didn't even do that right. Look at this. The deadwood's yellow. Why is it yellow? Because it hasn't been weathered as long. That needs to be cut off. The tree, it's got some growth in the back here, but the widest point is the deadwood. I don't know. Maybe. And what you gonna do about this, Bill? What you gonna do about that line right there? No. Okay. Yeah, why don't you try wiring some branches down? You know? Figure out what you're gonna do with this tree. By the way, from here to here is 3 feet. And over here to here, that's 2 feet. So that's a big pot. I needed a hydraulic lift and big boards to move it. And why are you gonna, you know, what the hell's going on in the background there, dude? Weed your garden. Ugh. All right, I don't know if you guys enjoyed this. I know I've got a few things that I need to do to clean up my format, but I hope there was laughter, and I'm going to make sure that whatever it is that I said about trees is okay with the people who gave me permission to use their photos. I did get the permission, and I will not send this link out public until I've gotten permission from each and every one who was kind enough to lend me their trees. If you guys would like to see something like this again, let me know. I'm going to see what I can do about getting this video. See that? That's another thing. When people are talking on the internet and they don't look at the lens, they're looking at the little screen below, and then it's like, well, who's he talking to? I should be talking to you, shouldn't I? Okay, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a like, give it a subscribe, all that stuff that people talk about with the old YouTube algorithm, and let me know if you want to see more where I'm just going through trees, pointing out what's wrong and having a big laugh at your expense. I guess I did try to help in there sometimes. So if you want to see more, if you want to submit your own trees for roasting, find me on BonsaiNut.com. I'm Bill's Bayou. Just look for Bill's Bayou, no spaces, no punctuations. Tell me you want to submit some photos that you'd like to see me roast, and yeah, all right, y'all take care now. Bye.